Hi, April. My name is Andrea, and I'm the case manager at the shelter. Before we get started, I'd like to talk a little bit about confidentiality. Um, Anything that we speak of today in our meeting will be just between you and I. There are a few exceptions. If you were to express that you want to cause harm to yourself or others, I would have to report that to the proper authorities. So that would be any suicidal or homicidal ideations. Do you have any questions about any of that?
What does ideation mean?
Well, that would just be your thoughts. So if you were having suicidal or homicidal thoughts, if you were going to harm yourself or others, that would be the only reason that I would speak to somebody else about the situation. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started with why we're here today.
Just don't feel that it's safe for me and my children to be at our house anymore.
Do you have two children? Children? How many children do you have?
I have two children. I have a 2-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl.
So you're feeling worried and safe from at your home. What are you feeling not safe from?
My husband. Yeah.
Okay. What's making you not feel safe with him?
He's become physically abusive to me, hitting me, pushing me downstairs, hitting me with objects in our home. And just really scared of him.
Right. How long have you been with your husband?
We've been married for 10 years.
So is it going on for the complete 10 years?
No, it just started in the past 3 years.
What has changed in the past years?
I believe, I know that he's been using drugs, and it's changed him completely. He used to be a nice, loving, supportive husband, and now I don't know what to ever expect.
Can you explain some of the aggressive behaviors that your husband's exhibiting while using drugs?
He'll just yell at me and control me. I'm not allowed to have a phone. I don't know who he's with or what he's up to. Some days he'll be happy, and then other days he'll hurt me and yell at me, and my kids see all of this, and it's just, I'm putting them in a really bad situation, but I love my husband, and I just don't know what to do.
So you love your husband, you fell in love with somebody, and that their behaviors have changed. You didn't fall in love with a man who was trying to abuse you. It is so brave that you've come here today to get help, and we have plenty of resources. I'm sure you're mentally and physically drained from all of this. We only have a few more questions to talk to you about. I know it's hard, but we have the resources to help you and your children. How old are your children?
They're 2 and 6.
2 and 6. So the older one probably has a little bit of understanding about what is going on. Yeah, a little bit. We do also have resources to help. We can also give them resources to help them also. So you're feeling trapped with your husband. And you notice that the behaviors changed when he started to do drugs. Do you know what kind of drugs he's gotten into?
I think it's meth.
Has he seeked any support for his meth addiction, or it's just kind of not been open yet?
Yeah, he doesn't think there's a problem. He thinks that I don't really know about it. I think he's trying to hide it, but when I start to question him, that's when he gets really aggressive and starts to hurt me and yell at me and try to get out, but I don't have any supports. I don't have family here. They all live in Idaho, and I said I don't have a phone. I'm at home all day with the kids, so I don't have anybody.
So you don't have any outlets to get out of the situation, feeling very trapped, I'm sure. feeling even worse with your children being there with you and experiencing this with you. Has your husband ever tried to hurt your children?
He has tried. He verbally he yells at them a lot, but whenever he tries to get physical, I just kind of jump in the way and take whatever he's gonna do. And then I try to scoop them up and protect them in our back bedroom. Um, but they, it's bad. It's all really bad.
So you think that they have seen a good bit of what has happened with you?
Yeah.
We do have resources that will also be able to help them get through this really tough time. Is there any kind of support that you have other than here today, or
No, I quickly packed some bags for me and my kids because he was leaving the house, and I just knew that I could catch the bus that was coming as that he was leaving, so I knew that was my time that I could get out. So he's going to be really, really mad whenever he sees that we're not there.
And here we'll be able to put a safety plan in place to to protect you and your family. So your family is in Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
They're not close enough to help you out, or you don't feel that they're supportive of you?
No, they never wanted me to move here to begin with 10 years ago. But I loved him, and I thought that it would be okay, and they just kind of cut ties with me and haven't. My mom's never met her grandchildren, and so they just aren't supportive of me.
I'm sure that's really hard, especially since you're feeling alone and you don't have anybody, in hopes that we can provide you that support. I see that you're feeling really worried and really trapped, and you have done the right thing, and you're so very brave for coming in and seeking help today for you and your children. I just want to summarize things a little bit so that I know that I have all the information correct. So you've been with your husband for 10 years. In the past 3 years, you feel that it's become the aggressive, the abuse. You're worried that your children are seeing all of this and what kind of effects probably that it will have on them. For yourself, you're mentally and physically exhausted, and you probably feel that you can't go on anymore with this. You also believe that he, in this past 3 years, he's become a drug addict using meth. Okay, and that you're feeling trapped in your own home and you don't have any support. Yes. So that is everything we have for today. We will be continuing to meet and continue to support you with resources for you and your children.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.